The clicker game has three main modes: the start mode, main gameplay, and game over. Now, when we start the game, we obviously start in the start mode. In this one, we display the title of the game and instructions for how to play, as well as a bouncing icon that is bouncing all over the screen. And here we're using a default 112 icon, though you can change it to whatever type of icon you like. Now, an important thing to note here is that that bouncing icon starts at a random location. So if I start again, we can see that the icon starts up here. But if I start a third time, then the icon will appear more in the center than before. So it's always choosing a random location to start in. When we actually play the game, the goal of the game is to click on as many icons as possible, where icons are being randomly generated in random locations every half second. So if I click on an icon, it gives me a point. Clicking on more icons gives me more points. Every 5 icons I click gives me a second back on the clock. So if I click here, I went up to 6 seconds. And if I have 2 overlapping icons, I only get points for the one I click that's on top. I have to keep clicking to get more. Now when I run out of time, I get the game over mode, which tells me the game is over, shows me the score, and gives me instructions for how to play again. Now there are a few more intricacies towards how the game is played. One thing to note is that icons aren't only appearing in the center, they're actually appearing in this big rectangle that is twice the width and twice the height of the screen. And I can use the arrow keys to move around the rectangle. I can also move outside of the rectangle entirely if I want to. Not much of a reason to do that, because then you aren't going to score any points, but you can do that if you'd like. Now in here, again, I can click on lots of icons and it will give me points, but the icons will only spawn inside of the rectangle. They're not going to respawn outside at all. Now, right now we are just demonstrating a game which is using this default image, but again, you can use a different theming if you want to. So for example, I wanted to do a Pokemon theme, and so I made a version of the game which is a Pikachu clicker. And in Pikachu Clicker, you can click on the Pikachu that's bouncing all over the screen and showing up in these different locations. So have fun with it, decide what you want your theme to be, make sure to read the specs so you know all the instructions, and good luck!